there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. This morning, I was in my thinking place after meditating. I go and take a shower and I get all kinds of downloads. And Spirit was like, "Why don't you do an animal totem reading?" I'm like, "That would be so cool." So we're going to do that. I did do the weeklies that came out on Monday. So if you haven't checked out your weekly, you might want to do that. But today we're going to talk about the Native American Earth Medicine Wheel. There is a book that's been written by Kenneth Meadows where he covers the Earth Medicine Wheel, and he reveals, goes through the different totem animals that actually line up with the different zodiacal, astrological, whatever you want to call it, signs. And so I always find that super interesting. And so we're going to go ahead and see what your animal totem, according to the Earth Medicine Wheel, would tell you, what kind of a message. And yours is the beaver. And the beaver is an animal that works hard, right? And is determined, but it also has a plan, and it always make sure that it has what it needs, right? The construction aspect of it. They gather all summer long. They're busy cutting down trees that they need to shore up the beaver dam. They will do it in the middle of the winter. And why are they doing that? Well, so that they can create a lake that's deep enough for them to swim down into their nice, warm, cozy home. And also it traps the fish in there. And when the fish leave, and it's not easy for them to fish any longer, then they will pick up and move their beaver dam. When I was a kid, there was a beaver dam about 300 feet long in a couple of fields back behind my house along the creek. I found it because I was out chasing down the dogs, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I came back in the spring to see it, and they had already moved it. They had fished out the lake, and they went further upstream to create a new one. So beavers will make sure that they manifest what they need. They take care of their family. They work as a community. They are just amazing. So we're going to do the 9-card spread. If you've never been here before, I'll walk you through it. But the overall energy for yours, interestingly enough, is partners. So let's get into it. Beavers definitely work in teams and build things together. So if there's a business partnership or a personal relationship that you are looking for, I went ahead and turned all the cards up because I wanted to get an overall view. The thing that I always find when I work with animals, and I work with animal totems a lot, I go for nature walks and I find lots of things, the messages are simple and they don't need clarifiers. And so this is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. The key to the situation you have here is find your voice. Find your voice. So finding your voice in your heart space. So what really matters to you, what's important to you, especially if you're looking for a partner, if there's someone on your mind, maybe you need to find your voice and let them know. Maybe you're in a oh, there's 2 frogs here. Look at this. If you're in a partnership and it's not equally balanced and you never get to say what you want to say, maybe it's time to speak up. There's a definite need to speak up. Okay, so in the recent past, in the area of thoughts, you have Pegasus, which says soar, which is interesting because we have a horse here too. So this horse flies, and there's been questions in your mind. This is where you've been trying to seek more guidance and information. How can I make my life magical? How can I feel like I'm flying high in a partnership? Now, this could be business or personal, right? But how can I feel like I am getting what makes my life feel magical to me? And the way that you transform your life is you need to stick your neck out. Well, that would be finding your voice. Speaking up about what it is that is important to you. Stretching and growing and being willing to say things that make you a little uncomfortable. Because I know, oh gosh, Taurus they want everything, can we keep it steady? Can we keep it calm? 4 on the floor, everybody. Let's not get all crazy here. Let's just plod along and do what we need to do, and let's not get all dramatic, right? Let's stay grounded. But sometimes you have to That's 4 on the floor, but that giraffe can run. Have you ever seen a giraffe run? Um, but that sometimes you're going to have to raise your vision is a higher perspective of what it is that is important to you and what it is that you want, reaching a little higher, going for something that you want. And the horse here depicts freedom. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so for some of you, you're looking to get out of a partnership, business or personal. Or you're looking for more freedom of expression within the partnership. The ability to have more say, more freedom to go and do what you want to do to create what you want to create. In the recent past, we have the bats. It's called clarity. So this is using your intuition, right? Bats fly using sonar in the dark. So it's like having a moon card. And so it's about what is your intuition telling you. But this is more than that. This is, you've been struggling because this is in the area of the anxieties and the doubts around the heart space to what is seeking the clarity, because also in the recent past in the area of action we have wisdom in the area of obstacles. And so this seeking clarity on what it is that will allow you to feel like you can soar, like you can fly high, like everything's running in your direction, has definitely been a struggle. In the near future, in the area of the heart, though, you have the swan. And the swan is always, it says, see the beauty all around you. But the swan to me is the ugly duckling that becomes the swan. And I think sometimes this is see the beauty around you, see the beauty in who you are, right? That was the big lesson in the story of the ugly duckling, is being different. They felt uncomfortable, and then all of a sudden one day they realized that they were just gorgeous. Different is beautiful. Different is, being unique is important, right? But this is also about growing into yourself, right? The little duckling doesn't look like a swan at all, and so there's a need to grow into who you are in the heart space and see the beauty all around you. Currently, though, you are resting and recuperating. I almost feel like when we have deep rest, this to me is like the Four Swords card. This is the need to pause, to take your breath, to maybe meditate. But I feel like there's a healing process that's happening here, and then you're going to need to stretch and grow in order to transform the situation. And finding your voice could simply be you talking to yourself. What is it that I really want, right? You're seeking the clarity. How do I soar? What did you learn? Okay, so this almost to me feels like some sort of a partnership, business or personal, that has ended or is in the process of ending. And the question is always, what did you learn? Because if you can take the time while you're resting to think about, what did you learn? What can you do differently? How can you avoid having to have the same kind of situation? Do you know yourself better? What did you learn? Where did you grow? And one of the places you need to grow is being able to see things up from a little bit of a higher vantage point. I'm thinking about the cow versus the giraffe and how much vision they have and how much they can see clearly, right? Also, the giraffe has these little antlers up there, which that's always about bringing in intuition and guidance from spirit. And he's got his head up in the clouds. And so part of this is stretching and growing, I think, in a spiritual way. And taking this time to do that. Because you're designing your space. Here we have the little squirrel. It says, design your space. This is you putting your stamp on the world. This is you saying, this is what's important to me. This is what's unique about me. This is what I want to create for me. This is what makes me feel at home. And so it almost feels like a search for a home where you feel like you have the freedom of movement. So some of you may literally be moving. And there's a need to redecorate. Sometimes in order to change the energy in a situation that feels stagnant, you change the energy around you, you can help to move a lot of energy, because energy shifts, and it's like dropping a pebble into a still pond and the ripples go out. And so for some of you, just simply changing where everything is, maybe redesign your bedroom. You know, move the furniture around, or get a new bedding set or something that feels luxurious and makes you feel comfortable and allows you to see the beauty all around you, and have that place where you can actually go home and rest, deep rest. Maybe you need more sleep, and maybe changing some aspects in your bedroom will allow you to be able to sleep better. You know, so maybe you need to pamper yourself, take a little more effort toward yourself. That could be it too. I had a husband that said to me once, I never come home in the dark. I always turn on the lights because I never know where the furniture's going to be. Because I was always moving the furniture around. Yeah, you need space. So it is either space in a relationship, or you need to create some space in your life for something, because you are looking for freedom. You are looking for freedom to go. Freedom. Oh, wow. Okay. So, wow. All right, Taurus. What is going to make you happy? What is going to make you feel like you're soaring? Oh, the lighting. There we go. What makes you feel like you have magical wings? And what have you learned? And how can you go and create what it is that you really need? And for some of you, it seriously could be redecorating your bedroom. I totally can, because I'm watching somebody do this. Like they're just redecorating the bedroom right now. So for some of you, it is about creating a new space. Maybe you're moving, but for others of you, you're moving on from a business relationship or a personal relationship. So you go find what makes you happy and makes you feel like this is your space and this is where you belong. And I know you'll be willing to put in the hard work for it. You're the Beaver. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.